Daddy born poor, Mama was too. Walking through the snow, plastic bags on their shoes. Papa selling houses, sleeping in a car. 4 babies in the back seat, underneath the stars. Well, hey, hey, just work a little harder. Hey, hey, punching that clock with work and prayer and a little bit of luck. Make so much money, need a 10-ton truck. Ha, 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 ha.
Good afternoon, everyone. I love that song. With currency trading, this is Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. It is Monday, June 3rd, 3:30 in the afternoon. So glad you could join me here at Forex Smart Trade. Our mission is to try to help you work a little less, but end up with enough money to fill a 10-ton truck, which would be very nice. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade using our simple but highly accurate proprietary trading indicators. And what I'm going to do is show you one of our dozen different trade strategies, one that I principally trade with. Actually, on tonight's session, I'm going to show you two different trades, two different strategies, one trading off of an hour chart and one trading off of a day chart. So with that, let's kind of jump right in and see what we've got cooking for tonight. First, we need to listen to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
We train people in with a number of different training tools. We've got videos like a lot of people do, but videos aren't quite enough, or we found they haven't been quite enough. People need actually hand-holding and to be able to get questions answered when they have the questions. So we supplement the videos with webinars like this, where we get traders who are pretty good come online and they walk you through how they consider and they go about taking a trade using the tools that we have. And it becomes a very good learning moment because if I can do it, you can do it. And if you just, copy what I'm telling you, you'll be able to figure it out. But we even get it more fine-tuned than that. Generally, I don't take questions in these sessions. I just walk you through what I'm doing. But we've got other trade sessions where they do take questions and do answer questions. But that personalized one-on-one training, that's the thing that differentiates us and helps you learn better and learn faster and get to where you want to be. All the greats have coaches. You show me anyone who do something who's at the top of their field, and they're working with somebody who's helping them. So it only makes sense. We do a number of live trade sessions. I do 3 per week. We get this one on Monday afternoon, and then again on Tuesday and Thursday morning at 6:30. And then every afternoon, I send out an overnight trade setup that you can copy. When you become a regular member, every morning at 10 a.m. we have a trade. Most afternoons at 6 p.m. we have a trade. And then we've got a number of trading sessions where we're giving instruction and taking questions. And you've got access to this, not just for the 17 weeks of the training, but for the entire year. So we are there, and we are so confident that the things work the way we do, the way we say they do, is that once you've been trained, we'll let you trade with our money and split what you make. So we're there. We act as a safety net. We act as a guide, and we will help you get there. I like to getting old. I forget things now. So if I don't write it down, there's a good chance I'm gonna forget it. So I work off of a little checklist. Checklists have been shown to improve performance. One thing I do every day, I restart my green charts. I refresh it, clears out the memory. It runs pretty fast for the most part, and haven't had issues in quite a while. But it's just good habit to restart the green charts. I do it every day. On my computer, I do it every 3 or 4 days. I just shut it down and like reboot it to clear out everything, and I find it works better. A good habit at the end of every day, and I like to bring this up at the beginning, is to review the trades that didn't go the way you wanted. Part of getting better at anything is you have your goal, you're tracking towards your goal, but if you start to go off course, you need to take corrective action to get back toward it. And by reviewing the trades that didn't go the way you expected them to, you can figure out, hey, why didn't this go the way I wanted to? And as we have a built-in simulator, you can go back to the specific minute you took that trade and see exactly what the chart looked like. And oftentimes you'll be able to see an error there. And, I can tell you, when I review trades people are taking, they'll say, hey, this trade didn't work. And I'll look at it and I say, well, here, this is why. This specific thing, did you see this? This wasn't the setup that, as it should have been taken. This is a little different. So it's that knowledge and taking those extra pieces that you gain as you get better at it and putting them into your toolbox so that there's less and less mistakes. Now, we are technical traders. Our indicators are very good at picking up the price action and directing us as to what direction the move is going in. News does, however, impact currency prices. So we want to know when there's news events so we can trade around them. And the place I like to get news events is Forex Factory. ForexFactory.com breaks news down into 3 components. Yellow, which is low impact, tend to ignore those. Orange, which is medium impact. I tend to ignore those. Some people pay attention to them. And red, which are high impact. These are the guys I want to trade around. These have impact or can have impact. So I don't want to be holding a position where the signal was telling me one thing, but the news event happens and then that changes everything. So we want to trade around these. Right now we've got clear sailing in the middle of the night here at 2 a.m. on the Swiss franc. They've got some information on the consumer price index. And then tomorrow morning at 10 a.m., they'll get some information on jobs. So any trade we take now will be closed well before this U.S. Announcement. And this Swiss franc announcement, we'll consider it as we take a trade. We'll think about if we think the trade's going to close before midnight, which puts us 2 hours before this. So with that, let's jump into it. We have a dozen different signals, and we are going to create a trade plan around your availability to trade and your risk preferences. This one suits me. It's called the 10-point trade signal. I like to do it off of a 1 hour chart, but you can take it off of any time frame, 30 minutes and up. On the 1 hour chart, I like to be about 30 minutes into it to have the lines a chance to form. And then on a 1 hour chart, trades are going to be worth anywhere from 5 to 35 pips. And my sweet spot's 11 pips. If I can get 11 pips, get in and get out, do that 3 times a day, I'm doing terrific. So that's what I'm looking for. And the basis of this strategy is basically there's 3 parts of the chart. Each of the 3 parts are measuring something different. And if the lines on the 3 parts are all saying the same thing, that's a good trade. So that's what I'm looking for. So with that, let's take a look and see what we have. We are going to start with the chart we're going to trade off of is something called the Light 6 Major. It's one of the standard charts. It's a composite chart. This first chart is showing us 6 different currency pairs. They're all US based. And I am looking for, I'm going to start in the middle section of the chart, which is the majors and minors. The red and green line is the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. When the market's oversold, so that when the lines are down here, that's a good time to buy. Horizontal blue line is the overbought line. So when the market's overbought, lines are up here going down, that's a good time to sell. So here you can see, had we caught this 3 hours or 4 hours ago, it was worth 10 pips over 2 hours. Catch this down movement. And before it started to turn, it didn't quite make it all the way into the oversold territory. So I'm looking for oversold. The minors touched the oversold, but the majors didn't. So I'll still consider that. They turned. So what I'm looking for is that we're oversold, which we were. Everybody's going up. Minor lines are going up. Major lines are going up. That's the second piece of it. And the third piece I'm looking for is the green line is over the red line and the gray line is over the black line. I call that the double cross. I also look for, I want this green line to be have a slope on it greater than 45 degrees. It does. I like the green line to be just touching or entering the channel. It is. So I like this setup. I will consider a trade so long as the green line on the major indicator is less than halfway. So it's just crossed over the halfway indicator. So I'm going to consider this. I like this. When I have the 3 points I'm looking for here, I'm going to jump up to my TNTs and count how many lines are supporting the buy signal I see here. So the thick orange line's going up telling me buy. Thin orange lines going up telling me buy. Blue lines are inversely related. So dotted blue is coming down telling me buy. So 3 of the 4 lines are telling me buy. I need at least 3 of the 4. Now I'm going to jump down to my pressure. I want the lines going up or the green line on top. The lines are going up. So I've got weak up pressure. What makes it weak is the slope of the lines. It's almost horizontal. It's a little bit better than horizontal. So the slope isn't that great. And the distance between the lines. When the lines are closer together, they're more powerful than when they're spread apart. So weak up pressure, buy. So I kind of like this. It's a 1 hour chart. We're at the end of the day here in the U.S. Generally, I don't like to trade. I like one of the markets to be active, and it should be about a 14-hour difference in Australia. So it should be approaching 6 in the morning. What time is it in Sydney? So let's take a look. And it's approaching 6 a.m. So 14 hours difference. So we're entering into active trading in the Australian market. and it is Tuesday there. So I like this. Before I do my second piece of the analysis, I'm just going to quickly scan these to see if there's one better. Overbought, majors are sideways. Overbought, majors are sideways. This is a good setup. This setup's actually a little bit better than this setup. Overbought, and we're just entering the channel. Everybody's going down, double cross, good slope on the green line, but we're at the end of the day in both of these markets. So even though this is better, I want to get out of this trade within 1 to 3 hours, and in 3 hours it's going to be 7 o'clock. Here on the East Coast, all the traders are going to be gone. So I'm going to pass on this, even though I like this signal better. Here is another good signal. Oversold. Everybody's going up. I don't mind that the miners have run through the channel. Majors are just entering the channel, and there's terrific steepness. This is the steepest of these lines here. So, but we get that news event coming up. And it's the middle of the night in Switzerland now. 7 hours, 6 hours. So 6 hours. It's 10 o'clock, and we're at the end of our day. So no, and this one has gone too far through the channel. So let's go back to this guy, Australian dollar, US dollar. I want to confirm that this is a good trade. And how I'm going to confirm it is looking at the 2 hour and the 4 hour charts. So AUD, USD. Oh, I want on the 2 hour chart, I want the majors to be oversold, majors and minors to be oversold. The lines don't need to be going up, but I do want it to be oversold. So here we're overbought, and actually the majors are going down a little bit. I want this oversold because if this weakens, I'm going to pick up the trade off of the 2 hour or the 4 hour. And in this case, we are overbought. Majors are overbought. We got the duck bill here. Here's his beak, and here's his head. This tells me there's a little bit more up in the movement, but I don't know if there's enough a little bit more up to get us the 11 pips I'm looking for. So even though we have the signal here, my confirmation on the 2 and the 4 hours aren't there. So I'm going to just pass. And my strategy is and there's multiple strategies, and we'll find one that kind of fits the way you think. But I'm not as interested in optimizing my entry. I'm interested in getting the direction right. And if I get the direction right, I'll make my pips and be on to my next trade. And I'd rather pass on a trade that's questionable, because it's much harder to work out of a hole if you've lost a trade to get back to break even, than to just pass on the trade and take what the market's giving. So because of this, I am passing. And then as we go back to our light 6 majors, we didn't see anything out. Like, there was a reason I didn't like this, reason I didn't like this, and a reason I didn't like this. So let's go. I've cloned this chart, and we've got now 6 non-US pairs. Let's see what we've got on the non-US pairs. Middle of the channel, we don't have agreement. Majors going up, minors going down. Australian dollar, yen approaching overbought. Everybody's going up. Now, okay, can I get 11 pips here? Yeah, I can get 11 pips when we're overbought. It's just not part of my trade strategy. I want to catch it down here and ride it through the channel. So here's 20 pips in 2 hours. So that's what I'm looking for. That's the kind of trade that I want. Euro Canadian dollar. This isn't a good time to trade either of these. It's 6 to 7 hours difference depending on what part of Europe you're in. So again, middle of the night, and it's the end of the trading day in Canada. So when I'm trading off of a 1 hour chart, which I am over here, I want one of these pairs to be actively trading morning time. So theoretically, overbought, everybody's going down. I do have the double cross, blacks on top, reds on top. So there's 3 points here. I don't like that the green line is so far away from entering the channel. The slope is okay. The slope is about 45 degrees, but it's when it's up here, it can hang up out here for a while, and I don't want it to hang up out here. But this, what we're seeing here, this is kind of looks like we can get you could get some retracement, but again, I'm looking for my specific setup right now. Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. Approaching morning in both of these markets, so this is okay. Oversold, everybody's going up. Double cross, greens on top, grays on top. Green line is a little bit better than 45 degrees, so that's good. Green line's touching, that's positive. Thick orange line, so I've got all 3 points that I need here. Thick orange line's going up, telling me buy. Thin orange is going down, telling me sell. 2 blue lines, dotted blue and thick blue, are coming down, telling me buy. So 3 of the 4 here. 3 of the 4 here. It's unusual. Normally we have the 2 oranges doing a thing with the thick blue not agreeing. But here we've got the thick blue agreeing. So we got 3 of the 4. I've got down pressure, but green's on top. So that's a point. 1 point here, 3 points here, 3 points here. So 7 points. So AUD, NZD, buy. Let's take a look, do our confirmation. AUD, NZD. So this is the signal we were just looking at. So here I've got the AUD, NZD 1 hour, 2 hour, 4 hour, 8 hour, 12 hour, 1 day. So this is the signal we were just looking at. On my confirmation, I wanted the major indicator to be oversold too. It is. And I want the 4 hour to be oversold. The minor is, but the major isn't quite. The major isn't quite. This is telling me there's still a little bit more down in the movement. A little bit more down in the movement. Let's let me take a look at what a clean chart looks at. Like I'd prefer to have that down a little bit more. So I'm going to look at just the candles, and we are going to AUD NZD. Ooh, holy smokes, look at that big candle. That would have wiped out a lot of positions. I'm going to crunch it up because I want to do support and resistance. And support and resistance are spots where the lines kind of naturally stop. And that's going to become my trading range. And let's just put this so you can see it. So it stopped in here, stopped in here, stopped in here. And that's, these tend to be about 30 or 40 pips apart. So we're at 108.04 to 108.27. So that's about 30 pips, 25 pips. You can see it stopped in here, 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 stopped here, over here. And the reason I want to know these now is because I want to get in and get out. I want to trade within this channel because I don't want it to run up, bounce, and then have to wait a bunch of hours for it to get up here. I want to trade within where it's active. Now, the other thing I want to pay attention to is what the trend is. And over the last month, we've had a big downtrend here in the Australian dollar, New Zealand dollar. In the last week here, it seems to have gone sideways. So I want to be careful when I'm taking a trade against the trend, because I don't want to take like a buy trade here, because you can get an up movement and then it keep running down and stop me out. So I want to get in and get out. So I'm going to open this back up. So we're kind of in a down trade, although this last week we're kind of sideways. And then I want to know how many pips do I have from each spot. So we've got 23 pips up. You can see it up in the top left. 23 pips up. And about 4.5 pips down. Right over here, we got about 11, 12 pips to there. Let's save this, and let me just go back and look at the chart one more time. Oversold, everybody's going up. Good steepness here. I also like that there's a kink here where it's going up and then it's gotten more steeper, from less steep to more steep. All right, we're going to go ahead and take a buy on the AUD NZD. So you can do it in your simulator, or if you're using CoinEx. I don't have AUD. Oh, I do have a AUD NZD open up here. This is a demo account. Let's make it to 1 hour so we're looking at the same thing. Oh, we got almost a whole pip spread. That's a lot. That's a lot, but we're going to take my lot size. So then I'm going to go to new order. This is a demo account. To figure out my lot size, I'm going to move this decimal spot over 4 spots. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1.31. I can take anywhere from half of that to double it. Since we're going to be taking a couple other trades, I'm going to just put it at the 1.13. I'm rounding up this 0.7 to 1.13. And I'm going to go, oh, that spread is huge, but we're going to take at least 10 pips. So I'll pay a pip for a 10 pip trade. So market buy. And then we're going to right click, go to modify. And let's go for 11 pips. I want to see where it puts us. So 11 pips is 110 points. You just add an extra 0 here. And then we're going to use a little over a 3-to-1. Actually, we can use a 3-to-1. We can go 330 here. 330. Click the red button, and it does the math for us. Then click modify. I kind of want to see where it goes. And it puts us right in these candles here. And that's kind of where I want to be. We could go up a little bit more, to get these candles, but this catches this one right here. We're in the base of that candle. So we took a buy on the AUD NZD for 11 pips with a take profit of 1.08155. That's a take profit of 1.08155. and a stop loss of 1.07714. Stop loss of 1.07714. So we're going to expect this to close within the next 3 hours. The next 3 hours. Now, at 5 o'clock, the trading day starts a new trading day. Between 5 and 6, they increase the spread, so there's not much trading going on. So actually, excuse me. Actually, we're going to make it 4 hours because we're going to lose that 1 hour. We're going to lose that 1 hour in between there. Now we're going to change horses here, and we're going to go to my overnight trade setup. And the overnight trade setup is taken off of a day chart. And it's taken in the last hour of the trading day. You can see we've got 58 minutes left. So these lines have had 23 hours to formulate. So the movement in them is going to be pretty strong to finish out. So this is kind of a simplified version of that 10-point trade. Now, normally on a 10-point trade, if the green line were overbought, I wouldn't take the trade. I'm only going to take the trade when it's down here. But on this overnight trade, it doesn't matter where the green line is. It can be overbought or oversold. So here, it just matters what direction the green line is going. That's all I care about. And then here, green line's going up, telling me buy. It's overbought, going up. I feel more confident in the trade when it's oversold and going up. But can we squeeze out 11 pips here? Yes, we can. So overbought, going up. But I don't want to trade on just one piece of information, so I'm going to confirm it. I am going to confirm it with by looking at what's going on the 12-hour and the 8-hour. 12-hour going up, telling me buy. Overbought, terrific steepness here. Same with the 8-hour. Overbought, going up. In fact, I don't really add this to the consideration, but 4 hours going up, 2 hours going up, 1 hour is just about ready to roll. But we're going to be able to carve out 11 pips here. So going back to our MetaTrader, I'm going to take another trade, Euro USD, new order. I'm going to keep the lot size the same. 1.13, going to be a market buy. I am going to right click, go to modify, 11 pips again. Here, this couple of extra pips makes a difference in terms of the accuracy of the rate. So it's just over 3-1, but for whatever reason, in the back testing, if this is at a straight 3-1, it doesn't work as well as if we've got this little extra bit in here. So click the red button, it does the math. Then I go to modify, it drops the lines in. This trade will close between 9 p.m. and 3 a.m. It's not closed by that time. You want to reevaluate. So Euro USD buy, the take profit is 1.09106, 1.09106, and 1.08646, 1.08646. And let's see, we've got one more trade. We're going to do this. We can also do this on the pound yen. Can we do this on other pairs? Maybe. I haven't tested it. So I've tested it on these two. I know it works. On my list of things to do, which is very long, testing this on a new pair is on my list. So I will get to it eventually. So here again, we're going to go to the day chart. This is like one of our simplest trades. You really don't have to know much to do this, and it's very easy to tell if the trade is there or not. So here, day chart overbought, green line is going down, telling me sell. Go to the 12-hour to confirm. Green hours in the middle of the chart going up, telling me buy. Going up, telling me buy. So I do not have agreement here between the day chart, between the day chart and the 12-hour. I need all three of these to agree. When all three agree, that's a good trade setup. When they don't, it isn't. So we're going to pass on this. So that's it. So we took two trades tonight. One a buy on the using the 1 hour chart on the where is it? On the AUD NZD. Don't worry, it's gone a little bit in the other direction. And another buy on the Euro USD. And the take profit. I will send out these statistics in 5 minutes here. 1.09, 1006 take profit on the Euro USD with a stop loss of 1.08, 646, and on the AUD NZD 108, 155, 108, 155, 107, 714, 107, 714. All right, gang, thanks so much for joining me. If you want to learn to trade, if you want to learn to do anything, my strategy's always been find somebody who's good and get them to teach you. We're pretty good at this, and we're willing to teach you, and we're so confident we can teach you to do it well. We'll let you trade with our money. To me, that's a big, big plus. I'll be doing this again tomorrow morning, and we can review these trades at that time at 6:30. Join me then. Thanks so much, and have a terrific evening. Bye-bye.